So the next one, we're going to assume now, that was me circling my arms out to avoid the trap. Once my arm gets trapped, okay, go ahead, take one. Okay, so Ryan's got this trap. Now, I know which side is he going to roll me, always to the side of the trapped arm. Okay. So obviously I've got the ability to post with my opposite hand, but we know that if he does a proper bridge, especially with the right timing, but he's got the correct angle, right, it's going to be hard for me to stop that even with my opposite hand. The other thing people will do here, and I used to do for a long time, but from here as he goes to bring his feet up, what I would do from here is basically his big bridging leg, he's going to bridge off both, but his big bridging leg would be this one right here, right? Because he's going in that, his turn is going to be in this direction. So as he went to bridge, okay, I would do this little grapevine motion just to kick that leg out of base. But the problem is, okay, the danger is, I should say, this could be very effective. But right at this moment, as I go here, if Ryan has a really good 1-2, like jab cross combination of upa to elbow knee escape, he'll start the upa escape to the trap side. But when I do this, he's immediately going to kick that leg flat to the mat and go for an elbow knee escape on this side, right? So if he's really good at kind of boom, boom, right, I might lose that in transition. So what I'm going to be doing from here, okay, as he gets the trap, is as he goes to bridge, okay, from here, right, I know that he's trying to take me this way. I'm going to throw my weight to the opposite direction and look at where my legs go, okay? Go ahead, bridge. So as I do that, you're seeing on this side, right, my foot isn't worried about grapevining. It actually comes out. So my knee is still in tight to his hip. My other foot is coming up, my heel to his hip on this side. And the moment that his hips start to come back down from it, I'm right back in again. Okay. We'll do that to the other side. Okay. So Ryan's gonna, so in this case, he's got sort of the coming from underneath grip. And again, if I did it the traditional way, okay, go ahead. Maybe I kill that, maybe I don't, right? But in any case, you can always, in any case, even if I kill him with the grapevine, go ahead, he can always, yes, put me back into at least half guard, if not, return to full guard, right? So, trap again, okay. So this time, right, I'm not really so much worried about bringing my arm across. Okay, go ahead. I'm throwing my weight to this side. There's no grapevine, but you'll notice that my heel is coming right to his hip on this side, and the other side, okay, my knee is coming to his hip, and my foreleg is flared out. Okay, so just do it for a second. So it's either here or here. Just that little shift motion, and then you correct back to neutral as soon as it's done. If we circle head towards the camera, kind of see the body action from here. Right. This time we'll go for, it doesn't matter which type of a trap he has. If he goes like this, he turns and looks. I shift away from the trapped arm, so I'm counterbalancing myself off to that side. My weight is sitting more towards the mat now than it is on him. That way, if he's got a super strong bridge, okay, so kind of move your head away, turn and look up. Good. Yeah, super strong bridge. Okay, my weight is sitting back here. Okay, if I tried to keep my weight on him, he might still get the roll. So I'm basically dismounting to the side, but my legs stay very tight. Okay, so I'm still engaged with him. I'm still connected. I'm just not sitting my weight down on top of him because at that moment I don't want to. Okay, I'm kind of shifting where my connection is. One more time. Okay, so right here. Go. Go. Good. See where my weight is? Good. Now from here, if he goes too far, right, I could start to turn this into an attack. If he keeps that elbow buried down nice and tight, good. Comes back down again. Good. I'm right back into my maintenance. All right. So let's make sure we try that to both sides. You can work a little bit from coming underneath and trapping or coming over the arm and trapping. But I want to make sure that regardless of what type of trap your partner's doing, you can do it ambidextrously on both sides. Okay? From here, I'm assuming that I'm up a little bit higher. Okay? So sometimes this could be as you start to initiate some sort of attack and they're going to trap your arm like basically getting a grip. And the way that I recommend, by the way, just for the bottom person, the way that I recommend gripping from here, you know, the gi grip is fine, but really what works, gi or no gi, is to get the wrist with a cross grip and then to get behind the elbow. Lock your elbows down. Right? Talking for the bottom guy, like that. That one is a very solid posture to make sure that the ink doesn't come out right. So here, okay, cross grip behind the elbow, and you lock your elbows down, because remember, you can't just grab like this with your elbows flared out because the person on top is going to slide out. Okay. So that being said, let's say that he traps at some point when my arm is available to him, and I'm sitting up a little bit more of that upright posture. Now, very similar to that dragon walk type of motion, or you know, some people call it like the gator walk or what have you, but very similar to that is going to be going to what's called side mount, or not to be confused with cross sides or side control, which is being in a T to your partner, side mounted position or technical mount position, okay, just in case anybody gets confused with a lot of terminology. It's going to look very similar, it's just my body is more upright. So let's take a look. So Ryan's going to turn and look, makes his bridge, okay, from here, okay, I'm basically just shifting my weight up his back, and I'm going to be, you know, in a perpendicular position to him right now, meaning his body's facing that way and his body's pointed that way with his head, my head is pointed this way. Okay. But you notice how I'm oriented right now, okay? My knee is replaced against his hip by my heel. And I want to make sure that's not out here like this, but that's all the way snugged into his hip. My own hip is behind his back. And what I'm going to be doing, I put my hand on the mat just to make myself light, because initially, if my own knee is kind of down here on his mid or upper back, I'm just going to make a little adjustment and slide up so that it's now up to the top of his head. And now I've got a total technical mount or side mount position. Okay? And from here, it's a great position because I'm controlling this. It's going to be very hard for him to do any type of elbow knee escape against my heel when it's snugged in like that. And now my hips are forming a barrier, basically making a speed bump behind his shoulder. So now if Ryan goes to turn back flat again, right, it's very difficult for him to do that. So not only am I mounted on him, but I have him facing away from me. So you have that little combination of being both mounted and sort of having the back exposed. Very easy to take the back, very easy to set up arm bars, chokes from here. It's a great position. Got it from the other side. Okay, gets a good trap. Again, when you see me shift, my weight is not going to be directly on Ryan. It's going to slightly shift off of him. The only difference between this and that dragon walk that we did a few minutes ago is going to be that my posture is a little more upright. So he goes for a nice bridge, and I shift him. Okay? I'm kind of pinning him on his side. And if I need to, I can just kind of dip in here a little bit like this. But I want to make sure, again, heel is right up against his hip on the front side. On the back, you notice that I make an adjustment so my knee has come up behind his head and my hips are behind his shoulder. One more time, we'll just go facing towards the camera, get all the angles. Trap, turns and looks. As he goes, I shift. So my weight is back here, okay, heel tight, and my knee is up by his head, right? Pelvis, hips behind his shoulder, kind of pinning him here on his side, right? Let's do it.